All right. Good morning, good afternoon. Welcome. We're going to be holding circle today. And as we know, you just need 3 women to hold a circle. Now, want to let y'all know that we were actually holding a bigger circle, but no one showed up. Oh my God. This is every circle leader's worst fear. And look, we're okay. We've survived. And we're going to lead circle anyway, because we know that circle it's our self-care. It's our juice up. And it's not only good for ourselves, self-care, but it's also community self-care, because we need connections. So, welcome to the circle. My name is Leah Rose. I have with me Kat Fauché, who is really the brains and the organization behind this whole thing. Here we go. I'm just the visionary, and I'm the wrangler. I'm the instigator. And then we have our beautiful, amazing sponsor, Aaron Hickok, who is the founder of Games for Humanity, Cards for Connection, but also a master facilitator. She actually trains trainers to train, which is pretty badass that we have her here to teach us and really just like have a conversation around creating circle, like consistently creating circle themes that are inspiring, and like how to be in the flow of creation. And we're also going to play some games. We're also going to play some cards for connection. And just to let you know, she is the official sponsor of the Global Turn On event, which is happening October 27th, which is this month. It's 2019 for all of you who are watching this later on, but you know this is current. October 27th, 2019. So we want to welcome you all here. Thank you for being here. All right, let's just start like we would any circle, and let's go ahead and close our eyes, and we're going to call in sacred space. So just breathing in, finding your body, finding this perfect moment that now is the perfect moment to be in, to be here, just acknowledging yourself for showing up, breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. Maybe make some sound. There we go. Ooh. And you'll notice this field that we're creating here is beginning to activate in your body. You can feel it in your cells, waking up your cells. And just imagining this deep space of the feminine, inviting us to lay within her. Imagining and feeling yourself being held by this global field, by this container of natural force, natural earth life. See if you can allow yourself to drop. It's like really exciting energy, but see if you can let yourself drop. And still hold and feel that excitement, but drop. Okay, good. And now starting to breathe it up. And now you can come back and connect into that excitement, breathing it into your heart. What does the heart say? There we go. There we go. Feeling that connection to the joy and the excitement of this event and the excitement of these circles and the excitement of this participation. And just opening yourself up for what wants to come through today. And we're inviting all of the ancestors and the sacred space holders into the circle to surround us and protect us as we create this power, and we recognize and acknowledge this power that is running between us as we pass our power from each other. And we do that in circle, and we do that in sacred spaces just like this. So we thank you, ancestors, for being here. And we understand that this work is for the grandmothers. The grandmothers brought us here. The great-grandmothers brought us here. The great-great-grandmothers brought us here. They were doing this work. They did this work. They made it possible for us to be here in this space now. So we thank you. So thank you for being here. Woo! Wee! All right, here we go. Awesome. Woo. All right, so I think we have a blessing that Erin wanted to read, and so Erin is the founder of Games for Humanity, but her products are called. Would you like to share?
Sure, I'll introduce the decks.
Yes, please.
I would love to say that these were also all created with a very similar intention of calling in ancestral support, and it's a really big part of what I do. I actually am in communion regularly with the cards themselves, so it's like tearing me up because I love them so much, and they tell me what they want. So I'm going to introduce them to you. They're kind of like little friends. So this is the first deck, the Cards for Connection deck. This one is just so lovely for connecting more deeply with friends and with family, even total strangers. I love to carry these with me and play them with my baristas and my grocery store clerk and just anybody I meet on any sort of public transportation, or my like Lyft driver. They're really simple fill in the blank. So this is going to be the main game that we're playing today. But we will have a special guest appearance from a couple of our other. The one deck that we're not having a guest appearance by, except right now, is the Let's Talk About Sex deck. I love this one. This one really wanted to come through me, and actually I resisted a lot because of my family lineage. And I had another beautiful sister contact me and say, hey, I want this in the world too. So I co-created this one with another sister who just had a baby, Amy Isabel Laura. And this one is all fill in the blanks, and it's all around love, relationship, and sexuality. So this is really awesome to play with partners. It's awesome to play on a date. It's great for the group of ladies, or, co-ed group where people are, they want to talk about sex. And you'll find this one listed on my website as the intimacy deck because, well, the reason why we make these is to heal this really deep wound of sexuality. And still, if I put the name sex in the name of the thing, people think I'm selling other things than a conscious language card deck to help us have real communications about sexuality. It's just, how the world is right now, so we adapt. But the cards themselves, they say, let's talk about sex on them, so we can be really explicit and clear and have consent for people who want to play.
Awesome.
And these other two, just very quickly, this one is the Infinite Blessings deck. I'm about to read a blessing from this deck, just beautiful affirmations for humanity. This one was totally channeled, the whole deck all at once, one day when I thought I was making a different deck, and this is just what came through. So like I cry almost every time I read these, because it's words of wisdom from ancestors and from my guides into card form for all of us. And then the last one is really a big one. This is my lifesaver. This one is positive programming. So you know how sometimes we have not nice thoughts, and maybe it's about ourselves or about other people. Well, I've been practicing nice thoughts for a long time. And so I made a deck of cards that has nice thoughts, but not just nice thoughts. It's actually nice thoughts about the not nice thoughts. Does that make sense? Yeah, it's the full spectrum. And this one I really love. Like literally, when I've had crazy moments in my life, this has been in my pocket and helped get me, instead of going into a downward spiral, to really get clear and honor myself where I'm at, and then able to move forward again. And yeah, so those are the 4 different decks that I brought today. And I wanted to start off by reading Blessings one, which I had so many goosebumps when we were doing our opening, because that's exactly what this card is all about for me. This one, may we feel supported in our work, aided by forces seen and unseen.
Wow. Say it again.
May we feel supported in our work, aided by forces seen and unseen.
Yes. That's good.
Yes.
Thank
So
you.
I got the psychic memo when pulling these for our group today.
Yeah.
Like to keep this, I like to just keep it by me as a reminder. I'm going to set it by my computer, but it just helps me stay tapped into the greater power. So I'm going to just set that right there. Excellent. So I'm curious, do we want to jump right into playing some cards, or do we want to celebrate some victories before we get going?
Ooh, let's do acknowledgments. Let's celebrate.
All right. Awesome. So I pulled one of the cards from the positive programming deck, and the one I pulled is, it's possible that I am already doing a great job right now. I can celebrate my victories of blank and blank. I just want to say that one more time. It's possible that I am already doing a great job right now. I can celebrate my victories of nourishing my body today through really delicious food and exercise, and also preparing for this session today, and my courage and willingness to keep on going, even though there's not tons and tons of women in the group, that we still have this powerful, mighty circle.
Yeah. Awesome. Okay. It's possible that I am already doing a great job right now. I can celebrate my victories of, oh man, I have to read this over. It's possible that I'm already doing a great job right now. I can celebrate my victories of the 25 women who are already a yes to participating in this event. Like
Yeah.
these badass chicks all around the world. Our last 2 signups were from London and Australia, which is hot. And personally, I mean, I just went through a big move, and I moved states, and really that was like me listening to like what was good for myself, and really the message was to disconnect from the Bay Area frenzy. And it took me a year, but I did it. Yeah, so really listening to myself and just following through. Yeah.
That's awesome, Leah Rose. Those
Good
are
job.
really big victories.
Thank you. I love you. You're so awesome.
Okay, it is possible that I'm already doing a great job right now. It's really powerful to sit with that for a second and let it reverberate through your body when you say it. It is possible that I am already doing a great job right now, and I can celebrate my victories of self-care. There's a lot going on in my world right now, and this is when self-care just kind of takes a nosedive and you get anxious and all these things build up. But I'm being steadfast in the self-care and the perseverance to continue to move forward, focused. Yeah, those are my victories right now.
Yep, you are very good at persevering. That is for sure.
We're going to call in some more ease into my life.
Yes.
May I offer a word that I love that means a similar thing but more easeful?
Yes.
So I often use the word tenacious in the way that I am, but also I realize, especially with the cards, I love them so much. I love what I do so much. To just say that I'm tenacious or committed, it's like it doesn't quite capture the love in my heart for it. So I've been using the word devoted, that I just have deep devotion. And that to me is just, it feels soft.
Yeah.
Commitment, but it's this really loving, consistent, long-term commitment.
Yeah, devotion. Thank you.
Devotion. So it does bring the heart into it, doesn't it? Yeah.
Words are so cool.
So here's the deal, ladies who are watching this recording. I totally get that it could feel hard to put on your event, or like you could be in a space right now where you aren't feeling good enough, or you aren't feeling like you can show up, or things just aren't feeling like they should feel. And like, we want to let you know that where you are is perfect. And just let's read it to them. Let's put the card up.
I picked it for all of us.
It is possible that you are already doing a great job right now. And we can celebrate your victories of blank and blank. Tell us what those are. Feel what they are. Celebrate yourself. Because it could be so easy just to think about what's wrong and what's not going right. And that just dries up the pussy. Just dries up the pussy. You got to keep that juice flowing. Celebrate yourself. Thank you for bringing that in.
My pleasure. It's actually the number one thing that I see when I'm training facilitators or anybody who's doing any sort of expression in the world, that there's two main places where people are blocked, and it is the solar plexus chakra and the throat chakra. And
Yep.
Really is just saying, I'm devoted to this. I am moving forward. I'm doing it, even if it's a little step at a time. And the throat chakra is, we just got to celebrate those. If your win is that you got out of bed today, start there.
Yeah.
If your win is that you took a shower, that's great. Like, just wherever you are at, to celebrate those little wins. And if your win is you invited one other person to your event, or you just said yes to hosting an event, even though you don't know how you're going to do it, That is brilliant.
Yeah,
Brilliant.
totally.
I applaud you because it's through that willingness and then the declaration of it and celebrating it that we're calling more of that in. We're calling more of that in. And then you're also being a beautiful example for all those around you. Any kids who get to see you, any other women who join your circles, your friends, your partner, the more that you show how you celebrate yourself and how you declare your willingness, they are going to do that and they're going to reflect that in their own lives and also for you. It's absolutely powerful, powerful medicine to use these kinds of positive words and affirmations for yourself. So thank you for playing.
You're welcome. I have someone knocking at my door. Keep playing. I'll be right back.
We'll keep playing. That's my motto, by the way, is to keep playing.
Keep playing.
Playing. That's what it's all about. You know, life is not a finite game. Sometimes we get stuck and we think we're going to win or we're going to lose. I got a secret for you. Life is an infinite game. And the point of an infinite game is just to keep on playing. There's no winners and no losers. You just keep on playing. And that's how you win every single time. Okay?
Nice. That's powerful too. And we forget so much to play in our life. We get so caught up in the daily grind.
Yeah. You might wonder why I make games now for a living and why I tell stories for a living. Because, you know, if I was really serious, I would just coach people all the time and make sure that their skills are just on point and really, you know, focus in that area. And you know what? That's one thing to build skills. The real power, the real juice, and what's creating the world that we want to live in is play.
Yeah.
Play, the more that we connect with each other, the more we ease loneliness, the more that we create sisterhood.
Yes.
Leaders in our communities.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, that's great. So what are we going to play today?
So I brought 2 rainbows of the Cards for Connection deck.
Yes.
This is the original deck that I first made at my birthday party 5 years ago because I wanted a better game to play.
Right.
Little did I know at the time, leave my job and start traveling and doing this full time. Little did I know. So I have 2 rainbows of cards. And so what I would love for us to do, so we can play a whole variety of cards, I'd love for us to take turns picking a color and then answering that card, and then the next person will go and pick a different color. If you're wanting to use these in your circle, you can also have each person answer every single card. Is another way to really go deep and get reflections from everyone. But I thought we would play a little snappy game and keep the energy up today. So I'll go first. I'm going to pick a green one for the heart chakra because, you know, I'm feeling that right now. Ooh, it's perfect. Ooh, ooh. When I want to feel more joy, I blank. When I want to feel more joy, I sing it out loud. I sing and I dance. Yes, I do. It brings me joy.
Yes!
So just so you know, you do not have to sing your answers, but if you're inspired to, definitely feel free. But I thought I would, since that's really music. Moving my body and singing just brings that joy back into my being, and it's a practice for me to keep doing that. Excellent. Awesome. If you're playing along at home, just go ahead and type in the comments or write it down or just say it to yourself. What do you do that brings you more joy?
Ooh.
Ooh. All right. Who would like to go next?
Kat, you go.
So Kat,
cool. I'll go.
Pick a color. So you remember science class, Roy G. Biv? Red?
Yeah.
Perfect. So pick one of the rainbow colors.
Blue.
Blue. Ooh, ooh.
Blue.
When I was a child, I loved to play blank.
When I was a child, I loved to play outside in the woods, and I would play with fairies with my best friend. And I would play in the in the four-leaf clovers and the clovers, and I would pick the little clovers, and I'd always find like millions of four-leaf clovers. I love to play with the fairies.
Oh my gosh. That is so good.
So true.
Sweet little cat. In the forest.
Little cat playing in the clover with the fairies in the woods.
I have a follow-up question.
Yeah.
I'm curious if you like how you bring that into your life now as an adult.
Fairies or
Or the forest or however.
just the nature walks. I think I imagine it when I go, but I think tapping into your child, your inner child, is really useful, but I have to say that it's not something that I do all the time. Like, I have to remind myself that there's power in that and that there's joy in that and playing with her again. And so, but she does carry a stuffed animal around sometimes too, so she's still there.
I feel like I see her when you're at Burning Man.
She comes out at Burning Man. Yeah, I play. Yeah.
So sweet.
Aww.
You guys, I'm feeling the oxytocin.
Thank you.
I know. Woo! Nice. I needed that. Pump.
Yeah.
All right, Leah Rose, it's one for you. What color?
Okay. I'm going to go with, red's my favorite color, but I think I chose red last time. So I'm going to go with yellow.
Yellow it is. Ooh. Courage is blank.
Ooh. Courage is facing your demons. Facing my demons. I got some deep, dark demons. And they could have totally taken me out of this life. Like, literally, if the deck that I got dealt, would have landed me in jail as a drug addict or some other crazy thing. Probably in jail. Probably a drug addict. And there was a little teeny tiny piece inside me that was like, no, that's not you. And I said yes to that, even though nothing in my life informed me of what it could be like. Yeah.
You had the courage.
I had some courage.
Rawr. Yar.
Rawr. I know. I think of the cowardly lion. I'm more of a dog, actually.
Awesome. All right, we've got 3 cards. So it's my turn again. Well, this is the one that just popped up. A good idea I had recently was.
Ooh.
Ooh. I'm just gonna say it. It's not, and nothing's finalized, but it's a good idea, and I've been feeling so jazzed about it. So I'm making this feminine leadership deck. So it's like these cards for connection, but it's all specifically around feminine leadership. And I was really excited to bring that into this group. And then there's this idea about collaborating with multiple global women's organizations.
Yes.
Right. So I'm feeling really juiced on that right now. I'm writing up a proposal.
Yeah.
I'm just tapping in. I'm doing meditations where I'm actually tapping in to the different leaders of all of these different organizations of how I can best serve and how I can best bring this into the hands of people all over the world. That's a pretty good idea, I think.
That's a great idea.
That's a great idea. Yes, I love it.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
Scary. This like is also the courage one too, because it's like, I'm gonna approach all these organizations and ask them to participate.
They're gonna say yes.
I think they're gonna say. I think so. Awesome. Woo! Whew, whew, whew. All right. Got me going. All right. It's your turn again.
Yay.
Rainbow, we have a red, an orange, and a violet.
Orange.
I'm gonna go for the orange. Ooh, I feed my creativity by blank.
Listening to music
Mm-hmm.
and being in nature, like the ocean is really good for me. So I like to go walk on the beach, and that helps get me jazzed. And I guess I feed it. I do a lot of creative work in my job, and since I'm in alignment with what I do for work, it all feeds me really well. So that's also really juicy and creative, and it feels good. Yeah.
I'm hearing that your work is creative, and since you're in alignment with it, the work that you do also nourishes your creativity.
Yes. Yes. I've got this nice little circle going.
Amazing.
It's
Yeah,
nice.
that's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh.
That makes. I love you. Yay.
I love you.
Okay. Do you want to go for your red one this time?
Yes, red.
Red. Okay. To me, safety feels like blank, blank, and blank.
Okay. To me, safety feels like a pot of hot soup that I made from scratch, knowing that I have so many amazing, powerful women that have my back, which is funny because all these people are showing up at my door. This is the second person at my door. No one ever comes at my door. I'm not going to answer that. It's my grocery box. Third, let's see. Okay, so hot pot of soup. My community. Like this community of women. Just so my whole life I've always been able to I always just come into contact with amazing women. And then I have friends forever. So forever friends. And being in my hubby's arms. And a nice warm bed. I think I said that last time, but really that safety for me. It's not a full bank account. It's not like a savings account. It has nothing to do with financial. It's all like what I have that isn't monetary. That's safety, because money comes and goes. But relationships do not. And that hot pot of soup I can always make myself.
I love that one.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, I just want to say I remember a time when somebody asked me, I was reading a book, a Deepak Chopra book, and it talked about feeling safe. And I had this like realization that like I did not understand what that meant. And it was like in that moment, I was like, oh, there's some work here. Like, I want to feel safe. And it became this practice of noticing all the ways that I actually do feel safe, the things that have me feel comfortable, the things that have me feel secure. And then really laying the foundation of my life, like you said, with all of these amazing community of women, of amazing partners and people who are supporting each other and surrounding ourselves by that actually creates that feeling of safety, which is more powerful than any amount of money you could ever have.
Any amount. Yep.
Yeah.
I've gotten more from my circle of women than I ever have from $1,000 or savings. I'm not very good at saving, by the way. I'm like good at spending, not good at saving. But anyway, yes.
Beautiful, beautiful. Well, thank you for that. I feel like that's going to be, someone's going to watch this. It might be you. And this card is going to be like the thing that you needed. I'm just feeling that.
Yeah.
Excellent. All right. Oh, I guess it's my turn again since I went first. I know that I am strong because blank. I have leveled up so much in the past couple years, and in particular this year. And one of the ways that I know that I'm really, really strong, first of all, is that tenacity that I talked about before. But the thing that's happening right now is that my ability to expand is what I'm noticing is it's directly proportional to the love, attention, and support that I'm giving myself, like through self. Like there's this, I've reached this point that like in order to expand further, I must go inward more consistently and really like strengthen that core piece so that I can expand more. And I know that it's working. I know that I'm building my strength because my practices are stronger and my reach and the opportunities that are coming to me, it's like showing up externally, not just in my inner world, which is awesome, but it's popping up as external. And it just demonstrates my commitment to myself and my willingness to support myself and give myself the care that I need. Ooh, that feels
Wow.
That's so, that is such a juicy piece of goodness for all of us. I mean, can you just repeat that again? Like your ability to expand is in direct proportion to the amount of attention that you care for yourself, that you give yourself.
Yes.
And doing the inner work is allowing you to strengthen so that you can expand outwards and be successful in your external world.
Yes, exactly. And if I do not spend that time doing that work, and I believe that this is true for everyone, but I'll say in particular, like my job is to show up and be lit up and playful and like embody that so that other people like have the frequency to be able to match that. And so I had a period last year after we won our crowdfund campaign where I kind of plateaued out for a bit. And it's because I wasn't doing as much self-care. And the result was that I actually was not able to do my work. It was actually stagnating my work. And so I realized that I needed to double down on my commitment to myself. And as soon as I started doing that, then I started having the expansion show up again.
Nice.
There's just less wiggle room when you're playing at a bigger level. There's just, you can't sacrifice yourself all the time because you actually don't have the strength to hold that whole field if you're not nourishing the center part first.
Word up. Yes.
You guys, guess what? We got a rainbow!
Yay!
We did it.
We did it.
Oh my gosh, this is so much fun.
So isn't this fun? Come on. Can't you imagine doing this in circle?
Yes, and the conversation that it inspires is huge. And as you always say, Leah Rose, our sharing is transformative. When we share, it gives us access to transformation. And we heal through each other's stories.
We do.
We share special things that give us, sorry, there's some noise in the background, gives us some power and strength to keep moving. Thank you, Erin. This has been really fun. I love it.
And you know what, I want to point out too, like Erin's been facilitating us, right? Like Erin's been, her listening has been on point. She's totally with us in the conversation. She's listening to each word. And when the moment is needed, she's recreating us. You know, if you notice, she'll be like, what I hear is, you know, she's with every single share. And I really appreciate that. And that's such like a beautiful, that's the strength of a facilitator, a really good facilitator. If y'all want to train and develop yourself into amazing facilitators, you go back and you watch this and you understand the nuances, the space that Erin was holding. And I just like, I want to acknowledge you for that. That like what you bring, this jubilance, this joy, this like juicy, like loving space and just being gotten by you has been a really beautiful experience. So thank you.
Yes, thank you so much.
So my pleasure. Thank you so much for noticing. I have a like really great facilitation is usually not noticed. It's one of the hallmarks of really, really great facilitation is that it seems like everything just happened totally naturally. Right. So when I have other facilitators, it's usually other facilitators who notice those little pieces. I just, I feel seen. Thank you.
Yes, we noticed. And okay, so let's see, we have a couple more minutes. Did we talk about how circle leaders can stay, like, let's wrap this up. How can they stay like in the flow? How can they keep continuing to come up with themes? Like, what are some ways that they can use your cards even? Okay, I know that my power just went out. Hello.